It's Talk Funny, a podcast by Mark Bailey and other comics from all over. We ended up in Japan because due to the coronavirus we wanted to see politicians with their hands out for bribes but wearing gloves. The Talk Funny podcast from NagoyaRadio.com and Nagoya Comedy. Here's Mark Bailey.
I'm Mark Bailey. Mike Miller's back with Talk Funny.
Good to be back.
So, Mike, we won't bore the listeners. We'll do just a quick recap of my infamous Family Mart story where the guy's been up all night. He's an owner, and I dropped some vegetables, and he wanted to call the police on me, and I boycotted that Family Mart. And people can go back and listen to that story, but that's the gist of it. So I went to another Family Mart down the street, a little bit closer to my station, but further from my house. And until recently, I was going there after hours until one of the Nepali guys, the Nepalis, they're the new Nazis of the Japan state. They think they're Japanese, so they think they can enforce Japanese rules on you. And I had a cold, and so I was spitting, I think, maybe somewhere near, not even in front or in the camera view of Family Mart, but I think I spit near the bushes. I came in, I got some things I wanted. The guy just stared at me. I felt something's going down. I don't know what this guy's problem is. And I said, are we ready? Eat this guy. And he said, don't spit in front of the store, Family Mart. I said, I wasn't spitting in Family Mart. He said, you don't spit outside Family Mart. I said, well, everything else is outside Family Mart. My house is outside Family Mart. Can I not spit in my house? And he goes, no, those are the rules. And I said, you know what? I got these 7 items. You put them back. I don't need them. And the mistake you made, you should have scolded me after you got my money. But now you just got on camera, which I know from the last story, Family Mart has cameras. The manager's going to go through that and go, what did you say to that guy that made him just walk out like that? You know, we would have preferred to have his 2,300 yen. So now they're dead to me. That Family Mart is dead to me. There's something about Family Mart. I don't know what is. They're not very family oriented.
He's got a Family Mart blacklist.
It's like a...
You got them all marked off on your map.
I mean, the Family Mart treats you as if you walked into the Gotti family bar. You know, the
dysfunctional Family Mart. That's what we're talking about.
John Gotti's social club. You know, I thought this was a convenience store. Hey, get out of here.
Well,
hey, how do you know about this place? It says Family Mart.
Well, you know, we talked, I think, a while ago about the guy who went into one of these convenience. I'm not sure if it was Family Mart or 7-Eleven, and he would get a large size coffee cup, and instead of, because they have these machines, coffee machines, where you put your cup in, you press a button, and depending on which button you press, you get whatever mixture. Like you can get cappuccino, you can just get a regular black coffee, you can get whatever. And this guy would get a large cup and pay for a regular large coffee, and he would go to the machine, he'd put the cup in, and then he would order a large cafe latte.
Right.
And eventually they cottoned on to this. They called the police on this guy. They arrested him for theft. And literally the difference between the coffees is like, what, 50 yens? 30
I think
yen.
it's less, yeah.
30 yen. So someone took the time to keep an eye on this guy and watch him and call the police. So,
well, you know, now they've changed the machines. Their machine recognizes the correct cup.
That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
And it won't work.
Because the thing is, where you're getting it, the machine's usually turned away from the employees, the counter, so they can't see it. They can't see it.
But the machines now, they know something about the weight or the size of the cup. They can, by the bottom of the cup. Or
put a QR code in it where they can read it.
Yeah, but this is just, it just holds the cup and it knows it's the correct size. Because I did it by accident one time. I said it's not working because I paid for regular. Geri has a good joke about that. You know, the guy that's not funny. He has one good joke about that where he went to a convenience store and he was trying to get a large, but he bought a regular cup. R is regular in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
L
he had a
is
very good point.
large.
Yeah.
And so the Japanese lady came over and said, you paid for R, but you tried to get L. You have to pay for L to get L. And he said, oh, so you can tell the difference between L and R.
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
That happened to me too, though. I went and I wanted to get an L size cafe latte, and she gave me an R cup, and I was like, I was just like, okay, I don't want to fight. You know, I don't mind. That's not a big deal for me. But I'm like, why do you say, you know, we have this language here in Japan. It's called Japanese, where we could say like chu, you know, middle size, and we could have dai, you know, and you could say that to any Japanese person and they would understand what you mean. But instead they have to use Roman script L and R, which everyone has trouble with in this country.
Aru edu. It's very close.
Yeah, aru edu.
With a mask.
Exactly, with a mask on. They can't tell. So I was like, what is like the thing is they use English in Japan because it seems cool. It's just like the people in America or Canada who get the kanji tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Or have the Japanese
They have
T-shirts
no
with
idea what it
gobbledygook.
says.
They have no idea what it says, but they say, "Oh, it looks cool." So it's the same thing here. Oh, it looks modern when it's in Romaji. But if you can't hear the difference, what's the point?
I had a guy in. I was messing with him. A guy in New York. It's summertime. I'm at the beach, and this guy has kanji on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
He walked by, and I was reading it. So he stopped by, and he goes, "What are you looking at my chest for?" I said, "I was just reading it. I read Japanese." He said, "What does it say?" Well, it said Banzai, Banzai Nippon. But I said, "It says that the West lost the war." So you might want to put your shirt on. I think that's disrespectful to your grandfathers, the greatest generation.
Well, it is kind of a war saying, right?
Yeah.
It's a wartime
Banzai.
saying. Nippon Banzai, yeah.
Well, speaking about the coffee, it's 7-Eleven, their coffee has gone up in the last 3 months, and I don't know if it's supply chain or not, but I suspect a different theory. The bar hostesses, they always want to go, they want to get cigarettes and they want to get coffee, the hot coffee. You have the hot coffee regular, hot coffee large, hot latte regular. It's most expensive, hot latte large. More
So which
expensive.
one do they want to buy?
They buy the regular,
Oh.
and then they put in the bin that has these little caps of milk. They put in 20 caps of milk. They don't pay for the latte. What are you saving, 20 yen? I'm paying for it.
Do you want some coffee with your cream?
Yeah, they do have cameras, so I'm sure they figured it out by now.
Oh, they're gonna get. They better be
So the
careful. They're
prices go
walking.
up.
They're walking the line.
So the prices are going up, but I said, just get a latte. You're wasting my time. Get a latte, and then put in a couple.
Yeah.
It's good. It's creamy, you know.
Yeah.
But they're putting in. No, I'm not going to pay for milk when it's free. You know, that's kind of my philosophy. That's why I'm not marrying an Indian. Why pay for the cow when you get the milk for free? It's funny that a girl brought that up. How ironic. Go back to my disclaimer. I never go hostess bars. I don't fraternize with them. They're just friends, and they live in the area.
That's right. Well, that's a whole new topic. Is the people who think they're saving money by doing these really stupid things that when they're saving like 5 or 6 yen, and it's just
You're
like,
actually stealing.
yeah, it's like who cares? Just spend another if it's like 100 yen difference or 50 yen, just go for it. Like go for it.
There's a difference between like 10 years ago living in Japan and 10 years now. 10 years ago, if I asked you to go through your pockets, you might have a condom or something, you might not, or you might have your keys and you'd have a wallet, and you might have like a subway pass. Now, in my pockets, I just got nothing but I got masks, several of them.
Right.
I've got plastic bags. I'm like an old woman's purse, and
Eventually, we're all going to be bag ladies. We're going to be
Yeah.
just carrying around trolleys because there's no trash cans in Japan except at the convenience stores. So you need a place to put your trash, right?
Yeah.
Then you need to carry your mask. Then you need to carry your bag because you don't want to have to pay for a bag at the convenience store. So why don't you just put in stereo, while you're at it?
Yeah.
Maybe put in a little LCD TV, and you can just have your little cart and you can go around town.
And so some background for people who don't live in Japan. So couple of years ago, right, that they started charging for bags. Bags used to be free at stores, and now because they want you to recycle. And
I mean, it's a good reason.
It works. It works because you don't throw bags away. You just
Right.
throw them away
like bags.
like trash.
Yeah.
Because they were trash.
Yeah.
Now they're essential goods.
That's right.
Now like homeless people. Look at all the bags I have. Look at all the bags I have
Yeah.
in the office, Mike.
Yeah.
I have garbage bags full of bags.
Yeah.
They're worth 3 yen a piece.
I mean, sometimes Mark just goes to the art gallery to get bags, like I
Exactly.
mentioned in previous.
You've got to
podcasts.
listen to the previous shows, guys. And so there was a case I think it was in Nagoya, and old lady, the supermarket, they have the bag full of bags, and you take off the little zip
Oh,
bags.
yes, to cover your meat, basically.
Yeah. Or to put little small items in. Those
Right.
are free.
Yeah.
She took like 2 of the bags. She took one of those, probably 100 bags in each. So she stole 200 bags. And she walked out, and they prosecuted her for it. Because that is stealing. It's basically, I know it's only, worth what? A couple hundred yen, maybe 100 yen, but I mean, that adds up. And you're basically urinating on the goodwill of the store. They're giving you free bags.
Yeah.
And you're abusing that privilege. They're giving
Don't
you
abuse
free
the
milk.
bags.
Don't abuse them. That's somebody else's
That's the
job.
golden rule.
That's another comedian's job. But also at the convenience store, don't abuse the milk because you know what? The free milk, it's not gonna be there one day.
Yeah.
They use it all up. One lady uses 20 of them. It's gone.
Yeah.
They only have 30 or 40 of them there, and you're just not going to have it. And the coffee price is going up.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, there's the fact that if we have a little bit of inflation, people on pensions, they're not getting a lot of income, and they're trying to save any way they can. Then secondly, there's people who want to go to jail. There's old people who can't afford to live, and they will commit crimes. They will blatantly steal something from a store because they know they're going to go to jail. I mean, like, it's really sad.
Because in prison, electricity is free.
Right, exactly.
Like, if you get the electric chair, they don't charge your family for
and I mean, it's like they're getting up and doing Radio Taiso every morning anyways. I mean, like,
otherwise, they're at home paying rent, using their electricity, their water.
Exactly.
Yeah, you go to prison.
No, but we joke about this, but there are people that do
I've read that.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And I had one more bar hostess joke. Recently, so for 2 years, they were out of work. The shops closed. The shop owners were getting the money I mentioned to you before. Not even a lot of money, but they were getting 40,000 yen every time they closed. So a lot of customers weren't even coming in, so they just closed and they kept the 40,000. But the bar hostesses don't get any of that money, of course, right? And so for 2 years, these girls were starving. So I would show up with a pizza, and I was just, I was Sally Struthers. I mean, I was just super popular. We've done podcasts on that. And then I figured out this is costing me too much money. When they go out for dinner or we get takeout, they're buying not just for me and her, they're buying for her friend, and they're buying for tomorrow and the day after, and it's like 30,000, 40,000 yen of takeout. So what I learned to do is, right before they eat, I say, I think I saw a cockroach at your place. And they hate, the Latinas hate cockroaches. They hate talking about them.
Yeah.
And she was eating some mozzarella cheese I just bought, and she's like, don't talk about that now. And I said, yeah, it was big and greasy, and some of them can fly, I said, so anyway, let's go order some chicken. And I said, this one time I ate a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it was, I think it was late, and they gave me some really old one, and old chicken, and it had maggots in it. So, but you order what you want. And they order less.
This is psychological warfare. Jesus.
Yeah, but it's my money. It's like my joke with the Dalai Lama. She's from Tibet. And,
she doesn't believe in the material pleasures of this world. She's focused on the afterlife.
She said material goods don't bring you joy. I do. And we're at the restaurant. I'm like, that's 40,000 yen for two people. This is insane. We had chicken. We didn't have a steak or wine. Don't worry, you only live twice, right? As I said, even if reincarnation is true, my money's not coming back. I'm coming back poor.
That's right.
All right. It's Mark Bailey, Mike Miller, and Talk Funny.